Nithyanandam. I welcome all the viewers and I would like to wish all the viewers again a happy International Yoga Day. I hope all of you are having amazing time listening to these sacred truths and revelations on authentic yoga from Hinduism. And now we'll be moving on to the next session, that is Introduction to Yoga Paddhati. Now we'll be starting off with the Pranayama topic and the concept. A little about the SPH and the Kailasa nation that the SPH has established in today's world. The supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda Paramashivam, is recognized as the 1008th living manifestation of Paramashiva, Paramavatar of Paramashiva as per Sanatana Hinduism, and by his predecessors of enlightened masters and adepts. The SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam is reviving Hinduism as the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar, the head for all spiritual leaders of Atal Akhada, that is the ancient apex body of Hinduism, coronated as Mahamandaleshwar, supreme spiritual head of Mahanirvani Akhada, which is the largest apex monastic order, and the youngest Mahamandaleshwar, ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam, pontiff of Tondi Mandalamadhyam, and the SPH is also ordained as 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shyamala Pita Sarvagna Pitam, and is ordained as the 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Dharma Mukti Swargapuram Adinam, and coronated as the 203rd Emperor of Suryavamsha Srangi Samrajya. The SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam is the reigning spiritual emperor of 20 ancient traditional Hindu kingdoms and the reviver of the most ancient, most peaceful, still living and long-lasting demonstrable system that shows the possibility of peaceful coexistence amongst people. Following the coronation to establish Kailasa worldwide at the age of 16 for the past 27 years, the SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam, as the face of the unified Hindus, has been single-handedly, tirelessly inspiring the dispossessed Hindu diaspora to reclaim their Hindu-centric freedom and stand unified for the centuries-old Hindu genocide. The 1008th living manifestation of Paramashiva, the SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam, stands as a unifying force for the 2 billion born and practicing Hindu diaspora worldwide and established the Hindu state, Kailasa, for the persecuted Hindus in over 100 countries. The SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam has made resolute efforts towards recognizing and legitimizing the Hindu genocide, which has been receiving scant consideration by global leaders and international bodies. The SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam founded Kailasa United Nations for this. A little about Kailasa, the ancient Hindu enlightened civilizational nation. Hinduism is the most ancient, most peaceful, still living and long-lasting demonstrable system that shows the possibility of peaceful coexistence amongst people despite fundamental differences in their preferences and realities. Over the last 50 years, the effects of meditation and its significant impact on stress, crime rates, violence, political decision-making, and even war in local and global consciousness is well established. Unfortunately, last 200 years, forcibly, we are made to believe Hinduism is functional principle only for enlightenment and spirituality. It is absolutely dysfunctional for the political, social, economical system. Making Hindu family structure, Hindu social structure dysfunctional is the greatest crime done against humanity. Hinduism was once practiced freely in over 56 nations across the continent, from Afghanistan, India, Nepal, Burma, Sri Lanka, all the way to Singapore, Malaysia, and Cambodia and Indonesia, and in 200 states, 1,700 samasthanas or provinces, and 10,000 sampradayas traditions. Over several centuries, the combined forces of foreign invasion, political upheaval, colonialism, and religious persecution systematically ended millennia of Hindu Swarajya or self-rule. Today, Hindu temples remain in few countries, but the Hindus who worshipped in them have been ethnically cleansed. The Kailasa, with de facto spiritual embassies operating across over 100 countries and having presence across the globe as the largest spiritual knowledge source on Hinduism, is spiritually governed with the life positive, all-inclusive, universal policies sourced from Hinduism, revived by the SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam. Having enriched and enriched more than 1 billion individuals over the past 27 years, the Kailasa raises the voice to protect Hindus, defend Hindus, and preserve the Hindu narrative for the world. Now that we know about the SPH and Kailasa, we'll be moving on to the session. So we will be learning the 8 powerful pranayama techniques that are there in the Vinyasa Kramas, Kailasa Nithyananda Yoga. So we'll be learning more about them and their benefits. Now, before we learn about the pranayama, let us know the basics. What is prana? Prana is independent of breathing. During meditation, air going in and coming out may reduce, but the prana going in and settling increases. And this is the main reason why meditation rejuvenates a person. When there are more thoughts, the breath will carry lesser life energy inside and vice versa. The source of life, the life force or the energy which is the basis for existence. Prana is a kind of vibration which goes inside along with the breath and continues to increase the frequency and life energy inside your body. Even when one feels that the breathing has almost stopped during deep meditation, prana continues to go in and come out. So, signs of pranayama, we'll be reading out the Atma Pramana, a personal account from the SPH's life. In his own words, Swamiji says, the practice of breathing without thoughts being awakened is called the signs of pranayama. When there are more thoughts, the breath will carry lesser life energy inside and vice versa. Unfortunately, most of the time, one takes in too much air without much prana flow inside. Vayu, movements or functions of prana. So, these are the movements and the functions of prana. First is prana, next is apana, udana, samana, dhyana, naga, kurma, krikara, devadatta, dhananjaya. So vayu is governing different areas of the body. Prana vayu is respiration, right? The normal breathing that you do, inhaling and exhaling. Udana means sending up secretions. Dhyana means pervades whole body and governs various movements. Samana means even distribution of essence of food to the body. And apana means excretion of urine and feces. So why pranayama? What are the benefits of pranayama? The Akashic revelation goes, by the practice of pranayama, breathing life energy without the thoughts getting awakened, the sadhaka means person who's practicing yoga, incinerates all the defilements. By dharana, he annihilates all of his incomplete effects. By pratyahara, he maintains himself completely free from the negative thoughts and vices. And by dhyana, he becomes capable of nullifying the effects of even those qualities which do not decay. So the method of pranayama goes, even the gods like Brahma, etc., became free from death through consistent pranayama. Therefore, one should do pranayama. So there is more to just breathing in pranayama. Pranayama helps you to make your body stronger and aligns your breathing to the right cosmic breathing. So there are lots of methods of pranayama. One of them be, this is 3 parts of pranayama from the Darshan chapter 6 verse 1, and the Akashic revelation goes, I shall presently describe the method of pranayama, O Samkriti, listen to it reverently. Pranayama is said to be made up of Rechaka, Puraka and Kumbhaka. So the method of pranayama from Shastra Pramana, Trishiki Brahmanupanishad, verse 94, the Akashic revelation goes, expiration of foul air from the body, then inspiration of pure air, then purifying the air with the kumbhaka, similarly expiration once again completely, the exhaustion of air by repeating and above 4 processes said to be pranayama. So you inhale, you hold the prana inside your body for some time and then you exhale out. So when you inhale the prana and you keep the prana inside your body by holding, the positive effects and positive impacts of prana immediately gets absorbed by your body, and all these subtle diseases that are there in your body that we might not detect it in our day-to-day life will also get completely healed while you exhale out. So this is the method of pranayama, the inhalation, holding and exhalation. So in Kumbhaka Padati verse 20, this is scriptural reference, the Akashic revelation goes, when a Muni effortfully holds the prana without movement, it is called Kumbhaka, which is practiced by all yogis. So this Kumbhaka is the segment where you are holding the prana inside the body. So that is called Kumbhaka in Sanskrit. There are two varieties of Kumbhaka. There is two methods of holding the prana inside your body. Next slide. The Akashic revelation goes that Kumbhaka is of two kinds, mixed and pure. The mixed is conjoined with Rechaka, expelling, that is expelling the air out of your body, and Puraka, infilling, that is inhaling the air inside your body. The pure is divide of those two processes. Till the acquisition of the pure Kumbhaka, the yogin should practice the mixed Kumbhaka. When the pure Kumbhaka has been accomplished, for him there is nothing unattainable in the three worlds. From the Kevala Kumbhaka, the rousing of the Kundalini is brought about. Hence, the yogin becomes light-bodied with a cheerful countenance, with his eyes free from dirt, with nada manifested, released from the clutches of groups of diseases, with his bindu under control, and with his vital warmth flowing briskly. So Kumbhaka is where to hold. Here the Shastramana gives you more insight on 3 points in the body. The Akashic revelation grows, drawing in the prana air outside and filling up with that, with the belly, the prana in the belly. In the morning and evening twilights, in the hour before the dawn, Brahma at noon or at all times, and holding it at the tip of the nose, in the middle navel, and at the big toes of the feet, the man will live for 100 years, free of all diseases. So holding this prana in these particular points, tip of the nose, navel, and big toes of the feet, if you are able to hold the prana in these 3 points specifically, then you are assured to live for 100 years, and you'll be living for 100 years free of all diseases. Now we'll be moving on to the first Kumbhaka, called the Samana Kumbhaka. So in Samana Kumbhaka, the technique is very simple. So you will be holding the breath after inhaling completely or exhaling. It can be either ways, and concentrating on building the internal fire. So you can either inhale or exhale, but you'll have to hold. You'll have to, if you're inhaling, you'll have to hold the prana inside your body, or if you're exhaling, you'll have to hold the prana outside of the body. But the point is, you'll have to hold it no matter what, and you'll have to visualize the gastric fire, the Jataragni in your stomach being created. You should feel the intensity of the fire in your stomach while you're doing this. So constantly when you keep doing this, you will feel your Jataragni is completely awakened, and you can physically feel the intensity of Jataragni getting awakened while doing this Kumbhaka. It's a very, very effective method, and this Kumbhaka is very it's used in different in all these 4 vinyasa kramas. There is Prathama vinyasa krama, Dvitiya vinyasa krama, Tritiya vinyasa krama, and Chaturtha vinyasa krama. The benefits of Samana Kumbhaka goes, the results are control of hunger and thirst, increased gastric fire, quick healing of wounds and fractures. So when you do go through some hunger or thirst, or when you have when you are hurt and you have open wounds, make sure to sit for 2 minutes or sit for 5 minutes, and remember to do the Samana Kumbhaka and see and experience it for yourself. The next is Sahaja Kumbhaka. In Sahaja Kumbhaka, the technique is very easy. Here the Shastra Mana from Kumbhaka Paddhati verse 104 says, the Akashic revelation goes, inhaling prana through the nose and carrying it along the kundali, one should hold it comfortably off and on. This is Sahaja Kumbhaka, narrated by Sri Kritivasa, that is Bhagavan Paramashiva. So the technique is super simple. Slowly you'll inhale through the nose, and you will retain your breath. So you will hold the breath once you slowly inhale and you're completely done inhaling. You will hold the breath, and you will imagine the prana going to the base of the spine, awakening your kundalini. Then you'll be repeating this pranayama on and off. The benefits of Sahaja Kumbhaka goes from Kumbhaka Paddhati 105. The Akashic revelation says, with the practice of this Sahaja Kumbhaka, one gets purification of the nadis, that are the subtle energy grooves and energy channels in our body, and longevity, hearing of mystical sounds, and removal of all blemishes. So you will get a proper even toned skin. All these skin diseases can just disappear when you practice Sahaja Kumbhaka. The next is Brahmari Kumbhaka. So the Brahmari Kumbhaka up the prana, Hatha Tattva Kaumudi, chapter 10, verse 18. The Akashic revelation goes, one inhales forcefully to produce a sound resembling that of a male bee and exhales very slowly, creating a sound similar to that of a female bee. This technique fills the mind of a yogi with exceptionally aesthetic feeling. So when you inhale rapidly, producing a buzzing sound of a male bee, so a male bee sound will be more compared to a female bee. So when you're inhaling, you'll have to inhale in such a way that you produce a buzzing sound of a male bee, right? And then after you do that, you will have to retain your breath. That means you'll be holding the air or the prana inside your body right after that. And as much as possible, after you're done holding, you'll have to exhale. When you cannot hold anymore, exhale slowly with the buzzing sound of a female bee. So when you buzz, nobody around you should be able to hear that buzz. Only you will be able to hear that buzz. So your buzz should be so subtle, and and as you buzz, you'll have to let go of the air that you've held behind. So you'll have to continue this to see the effects and understand. When you do Brahmari Kumbhaka, you will see how fresh your mind becomes and your whole body becomes super refreshed when you do this. So if you want to practice this Brahmari Kumbhaka, sit aside, keep an 11-minute timer and do this Brahmari Kumbhaka continuously for 11 minutes. And right after the 11th minute, you will see how refreshed you are. The benefits of Brahmari Kumbhaka is this pranayama produces ecstasy. That is true. Right after Brahmari Kumbhaka, you will feel your mind being completely fresh. Your whole body will be revitalized and energized. So when you do Brahmari Kumbhaka, you will experience that. So the next Kumbhaka is Rechaka Kumbhaka. In Rechaka Kumbhaka, the Shastra Pramana from Srimad Sarvamyantra Agama, Yoga Pada 19, the Akashic revelation goes, the sadhaka, the one who does the yoga, should empty the stomach by slowly exhaling the prana. This mode of pranayama is known as Rechaka, which is instrumental in driving the prana out. Okay, so the technique is this. You will slowly exhale the prana, the air that you have inhaled, you will slowly exhale the air out, and then you will retain the breath outside. So you will breathe out and you will hold the breath outside. As long as possible, you'll be holding the breath, and when you cannot hold it anymore, then you inhale slowly. So the process is both inhalation and exhalation happens slowly. So you will exhale the prana out of your body slowly as possible. You will retain the breath, hold as much as possible, hold the breath as much as possible in your body. Then when you cannot hold anymore, you will inhale the prana out. You will inhale the prana inside your body as slow as possible. The next is Sitkari Kumbhaka. So from Sandalyo Upanishad, verse 1 and 3, the Shastra Pramana Akashic revelation goes, sucking the air through the mouth with the Sitkara hissing sound, holding it in Kumbhaka as long as possible. The yogin should expel it through the nostrils. Therefore, thirst, hunger, and sleep through indolence will not be produced. So before you start the Sitkari Kumbhaka, close your eyes. You will have to press the lower teeth with the upper teeth and open the lips comfortably. So keep your teeth clenched like this and suck the air through the gaps in between the teeth with a sound and inhale. So here the Shastra Pramana clearly says you'll have to suck the air through the mouth with the Sitkara, the hissing sound. So it will go like this. So through the gaps of the teeth, you will have to inhale the prana, keeping your upper and your lower teeth against each other. And after inhaling, you'll have to close the mouth and don't hold. Do not hold. Immediately exhale through the nose. So it's a very simple process. So you inhale through the mouth and you exhale. So when you keep doing that, you will find so much difference in your body. You'll be able to see that your whole below your neck, your whole lungs feel really expanded. You feel this instant cooling feeling descends upon your lungs and you feel very refreshed. So a person who's experienced can speak like this. I have actually experienced this and I've done it. So doing this for a good 5-6 minutes will really give you the results. Whatever results you're looking for, it will actually give you that results. And this can help you get rid of all these lung related diseases. Yes, this is another Shastra Pramana for the Satkari Pranayama, the Akashic revelation goes, turning the tongue upwards and producing the sound sit, inhale the air. After holding the breath, exhale through both the nostrils while making frictional sound. Concentrate on the tongue pressed and the sound along with the prana. This is called Sitkari Kumbhaka, which contributes to all the accomplishments. With the practice of Sitkari Kumbhaka, one controls the Cupid, god of love, and becomes handsome. It helps controlling hunger, sleep, laziness, diseases, and one becomes free from all problems of health. The yogi enjoys a multitude of powers like creation, etc. So it's such a powerful kumbhaka. It's not just merely breathing through your mouth and exhaling through your nostrils. It's much more than that. And if you focus, sit to the intensity of what you want to manifest, since this can give you the power of creation, you can manifest and create your reality, your desired reality. Sitting with that kind of a one-pointed focus and concentration on what you want to do, and with that context, doing the pranayama, you will not only reap the benefits of, you not only reap the health benefits of the pranayama or the kumbhaka, you will also manifest the desired reality that you've been wanting for a long time. The next is Shitali Kumbhaka. So the Apta Pramana from Hatha Tattva Kaumudi, chapter 10, verse 16, the Akashic revelation goes, one draws the tongue out to press them against the teeth and takes the air in. Then he slowly leaves the air out through the roof of nose as before, till he feels the sensation of the tip of the hair and nails. So you will gently place the tongue against the back of the teeth and inhale. So you will place the tip of the tongue on the upper part of your teeth, behind the upper part of your teeth, and you'll inhale like that. Then after you do that, you will hold your breath, then exhale slowly through the nose. So in Shitali Kumbhaka, you will have to inhale, keeping the tip of the tongue behind the upper part of the teeth, like this. So in this, you'll be holding the breath for some time, as long as you are able to hold. And after and if you're not able to hold more than that, you can slowly exhale through the nostrils. This is Shitali Kumbhaka. And Shastra Pramana, another Shastra Pramana for Shitali Kumbhaka from Darshan Upanishad, verse 25 and 26, Akashic revelation says, he who always drinks air by inhaling it through the tongue, that yogin will attain immunity from all diseases and of fatigue and thirst. He who should confine the air at the root of the tongue, after inhaling it by means of the tongue, will coolly drink the nectar of immortality. Expel with speed, expel the air with the high speed in the body out of the two press and fill it in likewise till he is overcome with fatigue, as with the blacksmith's pair of bellows. When fatigue comes on in the body, then should he fill in through the solar nadi, and after constricting the throat, should expel it again through the lunar nadi. This kumbhaka removes the excess of the mind, bile and phlegm, raises the temperature of the body, rouses the kundali, removes defects in the mouth, bestows auspiciousness, is wholesome, removes impediments such as phlegm remaining in the interior of the opening of the brahmanadi, and is capable of bursting through the three knots as a result of effectively practicing the bandhas. This kumbhaka is known as the bastra and should be specially practiced. So the technique is very, very simple. So you have to continuously make quick burst exhalation out of the nose again and again by pulling the stomach inwards and up. So the whole technique goes like you'll have to exhale the breaths that you take as fast as possible. So it goes like, so when you do that, you will feel your stomach muscles moving up and down, because you are exhaling from the bottom of the stomach. You are exhaling the prana from the bottom of your stomach every second. So you're going like this. So that is how Bhastrika Pranayama is done, and this is very commonly used in our the Kailasa's Nithyananda Yoga throughout. And doing this pranayama, all these kumbhakas that has been listed out to you with their corresponding benefits, understand these are the kumbhakas that are that are actually incorporated in Kailasa's Nithyananda Yoga. So each and every asana has a certain tailored kumbhaka for that asana, for you to reap the best and highest benefits from that asana through that kumbhaka. So Kailasa's Nithyananda Yoga is a wholesome package for you to experience yourself through manifesting your desired health, your reality, and finally understanding your body in a deeper level. The benefits of Bhastrika Kumbhaka. It awakens the Kundalini, the Apta Pramana from Hatha Pradipika of Swatamarama, chapter 5, verse 173 goes, the Akashic revelation says, a yogi sitting in Vajrasana should activate Kundali and therefore thereafter should practice Bhastrika. Thus Kundali is easily awakened. So you practicing Bhastrika Pranayama sitting in Vajrasana can instantly awaken the Kundalini. So for all the viewers out there who are really interested in knowing how to awaken your Kundalini, intensely sit with this cognition that Bhastrika Pranayama can awaken your Kundalini. Sit in Vajrasana and focus on doing this pranayama, doing this Kumbhaka intensely. Then you will actually find that you are able to awaken your Kundalini, your inner potential, your highest inner potential. The more benefits of Bhastrika Pranayama. Next slide. The Akashic revelation goes, the man of clear intellect, after assuming the Padmasana posture, that is keeping your left foot on your right thigh and your right foot on your left thigh, that is the Padmasana posture, and keeping his neck and belly in line, keeping your head, neck, spine in a straight line, sitting in Padmasana, controlling well the mouth with effort, should expel the vital air through the nose in such a way that it occupies with a noise the cranium from the throat. So this is a noise that they're speaking about. He should fill in a little air up to the lotus of the heart. He should again expel it as before and fill it in again and again. So this is a very fast, it happens fast, it doesn't happen slow. So you'll have to keep expelling air. The second you inhale, then you have to expel it out. So when you're inhaling, you should make sure that your prana goes to your heart center and comes back out. So that's how deep the prana should go. It should, as you keep doing Bhastrika Pranayama, you will find that your prana is able to go deeper than that and you're able to expel it as fast as possible at the same time. Even as a pair of bellows of blacksmith is blown in quick succession, in the same manner should he cause the air in the body to move slowly. Until fatigue is experienced by the body, he should expel the air through the solar nadi until the belly becomes filled with air. Lightly holding the middle of the nose with 2 forefingers, but not tightly, performing Kumbhaka as before, he should expel the air through the ida. This, which takes away the heat produced in the throat, raises the warmth of the body, kindles the Kundali, is endowed with good qualities and kills the sin, is auspicious and health-giving, destroys the phlegm and other obstruction in interior of the mouth of the Brahmanadi, breaks through the 3 kinds of swelling brought about by the operation of the 3 gunas, Rajas, Tamas, and Sattva, should be specially performed. This is known as a Kumbhaka called the Bastra. So this is the next level Bastra where you'll be using your 4 fingers. But let us start with the first level Bhastrika Pranayama where you're able to expel the air continuously. You should be doing this until your whole body is overcome by fatigue, right? And then take some rest and again continue this. More benefits on Bhastrika Pranayama from Hatha Pradipika Swatmarama, chapter 5, verse 176. The Akashic revelation goes, activate Kundali followed by special practice of Bhastrika. With this practice, a yogi can control premature death. So just by doing these Kumbhakas, you are able to even conquer death, the most feared. All fears are related to death, and everybody has similar experiences to this. And if you want to conquer death, especially premature death or any cognitions related to death, Bhastrika Pranayama and Bhastrika Kumbhaka, practicing this can really infuse a lot of powerful cognitions and can make your body strong. Next is Murcha Kumbhaka. From the Murcha Kumbhaka technique from Apta Pramana, Hatha Tattva Kaumudi, chapter 10 and verse 19. Here the Akashic revelation goes. Inhale and retain the air firmly adopting Jalandhara Bandha and then exhale slowly while maintaining Jalandhara Bandha. This is called Mano Murcha Kumbhaka, which brings about a state of swooning to a yogi. So here in this Kumbhaka, it's not just Kumbhaka alone. Here the Bandha is also incorporated. Bandhas are the internal seals that a person practices to get rid of all the diseases and to imbibe all the goodness, auspicious qualities, all of that. Bandha is an internal seal. So Jalandhara Bandha is an internal seal where you lock your throat center with the help of your chin, right? So sitting with your head, neck, spine in straight line, how I will be just demonstrating how this Kumbhaka is done normally. This Kumbhaka is also widely used in all of our Vinyasa Kramas, and it's a very, very important Kumbhaka. So sitting with your head, neck, spine in straight line, you will inhale completely till your whole belly is filled with prana. Right after this, you will contract your throat and rest the chin on the chest, constricting the flow of prana. You'll be holding the prana inside. Your prana will be held down from your neck down. This is the purpose of Jalandhara Bandha. So inhaling, contracting your throat, resting the chin on the chest, you'll hold the breath and exhale slowly in the posture. So I'll be demonstrating this Murcha Kumbhaka to all of you right now. So you'll inhale. So after you inhale, you will have to lock your chin to your chest, your throat center, and restrict the prana from flowing out or leaking out of your nose. You will hold the prana for some time through this way, through Jalandhara Bandha, and then you will hold as much as possible, and then you'll exhale slowly in the posture itself. So with the chin on your throat center, on your chest, like this, with this, in this posture, you will exhale through. So all these kumbhakas that we have spoken about and has been clearly laid out through these slide, understand these kumbhakas have so much more to them. Practicing them can literally take you out of all these physical, mental fatigue that you go through in your day-to-day life and can replace that with eternal bliss and so much awareness in your body. You will start enjoying life. You will start being more aware. You will start being more in the presence, right? What Swamiji says, always be in the present. We are not able to because we're either caught up by the past or the future. Practicing yoga can ground you, stabilize you to what you are, what you have to face, what reality is, and how to handle reality with utmost awareness. This is where everybody misses in their life, and going about in this attitude and culture makes one regret in the future. Yoga can stabilize you and can get you that awareness for you to live in the present, for you to think straight, focus, concentrate, and for you to understand your own body, how it works, the mechanism and the systems and all the functions. So yoga is not just mere bending body. Pranayama is not just breathing in and out. It's much more than that. Only when you get into doing Kailasa's Nithyananda Yoga, the full package is already compiled by the SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam. When you decide to Kailasa's Nithyananda Yoga, you will see the experiences, your desired experiences, your desired results, you manifesting powers, you manifesting the space of Paramashiva happen instantly right after the session. That is how powerful Kailasa's Nithyananda Yoga is. So these are just the components that are involved in the yoga, and these are such powerful components. Understand, when you do these kumbhakas individually, you can reap so much benefits. When you do these kumbhakas or these components along with other 11 components, your whole body raises to a different level, a whole new level, experiencing a different dimension of yourself. So yes, this is what this whole session is about. Now that all of you have the knowledge on these 9 different kumbhakas that are widely used in all the Prathama Vinyasa, all the Vinyasa Kramas, you will understand the benefits and you will know the reason why you're doing these certain kumbhakas. So with this, we'll be ending the session with Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Paduka Pranamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Stay tuned for more sessions revealing more sacred truths and revelations on yoga, our authentic yoga from Hinduism. And yes, thank you, Nithyanandam.